Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here, coming to you from one of my favorite locations, this decommissioned garage. And behind me, I've got our 2021 BMW S1000RR, you know, the one that we're giving away to one of you awesome people for supporting the new bike build series. Information on how you might be lucky enough to win this amazing motorcycle is down below in the description. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. For returning subscribers, tap that bell and you'll get notified when I upload new content. So we're not even halfway done modifying this amazing 2021 S1000RR. Miami Manny has sent us some beautiful parts. The machine already looks stunning, but guess what, guys? This is absolutely nothing, because this machine is going to totally transform itself once Zach the Master Mechanic installs some more parts. We got a full 6 carbon fiber subframe that's going to be installed, and that's this entire piece all the way to the back. It's going to be carbon fiber. We're going to probably paint it to include some red into that tail section. It's going to look magnificent. Not only that, but it's going to shed weight as well. And then we've got a full system coming, because as you'll find out in a second, I'm about to jump on this bike and you'll be able to hear this SC Project slip-on canister. But once Zach the Master Mechanic installs the full titanium headers and mid-pipe, this thing is absolutely going to scream. Now, don't get me wrong, it sounds nice right now. In fact, some people would rather enjoy the more muted sound that this exhaust makes, but for me, I want it as loud as possible. So we've already got the beautiful M1000RR winglets installed that you can get from Motor Million at half the cost of which you pay for them directly from BMW. So those are some amazing additions to the bike. I think it makes it look great. The Rizoma stealth mirrors, everybody keeps talking about them everywhere I go. I have them on my M1000RR, and people absolutely love the look of the stealth mirrors. In the down position and in the up position, they're beautiful. And yes, to answer some questions, you can actually see these mirrors are pretty functional. All you have to do is, when you're riding, you do have to lift up your elbow, and then you can see behind you with no problems with these stealth mirrors. They're great, and they're easy to put them into use. And then when you're doing smackdowns, flip them closed. I love it. I love this machine. So yeah, Manny's already put some nice red parts into the bike. It looks beautiful, but much more is coming. Another great addition was replacing the bronze case covers with these M1000 type silver ones. That was absolutely great. And then of course you got the Litec frame sliders that blend right into the bike. I think it looks great. Let's hear how it sounds in stock form. Not bad. Not bad at all. But as I said, it's gonna get a lot louder than that.
Yes, well, as I mentioned, this bike does have a nice howling sound to it. And when you downshift, it does give you a little pop, which sounds nice. Reminds me a lot of the Triumph 675R. The noise coming from the airbox. It really sounds nice. A lot different from the M1000RR. Maybe it's because the M has a super loud exhaust. Maybe that's why I don't hear it as much, but on this machine, it's noticeable and great. What's not great is, even though the rev limit's off this bike, it still does not have a Brentini ECU flash, and therefore there is a restriction in second gear. I've been over this before on the channel on my other S1000RRs, and you can definitely feel it. And oh yeah, there's a lag, a serious lag, that I can't wait to get removed once we install the full system, which in this case will be installing the full titanium headers and mid-pipe. We're going to keep this SC Project exhaust canister for a little bit at least, and use the bike as a full system at that point, and then we'll apply the Brent Tuning latest and greatest ECU flash to the machine, removing all restrictions, and this is going to be a really serious, nice bike once that happens. I mean, it's nice just to toot around on right now, but you really wouldn't want to take this bike out to do smackdowns if you're looking for victories. If you're doing smackdowns just for the fun of it, then hey, yeah, and so be it. But when I'm out there smacking heads all around these filthy, disgusting streets, I'm interested in victories. Yeah, it amuses myself. So, although this road looks really nice and it's, you know, there's no traffic or anything, it's a residential road. And so you really shouldn't go around flying down this road and whatnot, because you never know what, you know, what you'll encounter. Folks that live here, their kids, school buses, all sorts of things. That's why I like to go out to one of my new favorite locations is Nashville, Tennessee. They've got some fantastic roads, and most of them, at least the ones that I've encountered with the great folks out there, they're pretty remote. They're not in residential areas for sure. And so we can have lots of fun. But in this case, just cruising at the speeds that I'm at right now, taking in all of the beautiful sights, the change of colors of the leaves on the trees and everything, it's enjoyable. It really is. Especially this time of year in the Midwest, when beautiful 70-degree plus days like today are far and few between. When you get these days, you got to come out and ride, preferably in the daytime. A lot of guys come out at night, and I get it, they work and all that, and well, it's the only time they can do it. But for me, work happens during the day. Now, another thing that we're going to improve on this bike, and I can already tell the difference after riding my M1000 for the last few weekends and stuff, and basically jumping off of it and onto this machine, the stock quick shifter definitely needs to be improved. And the way that we did that on the M1000RR is by installing the Alpha Racing Quick Shift Auto Blip, and it is amazing. It's a lot better than this one, folks, I'll tell you. If you have a 2020 or newer S1000 or M1000, you have to install the Alpha Racing Quick Shift Auto Blip on it. From Miami Manny at Motor Million, discount code 650E. And even if you have the older first gen S1000, Alpha Racing has a unit for that bike too. So for those of us that think, oh boy, that think that state troopers don't exist in Ohio, they do. And when they come out in force. Wow. 3 of those Johnnies. They must have found some contraband on that individual's vehicle. A lot of folks like to smuggle contraband. That means drugs, firearms, other super bad things that I won't mention in this vlog, across the interstates. And, you know, because we have a major interstate, Route 80, that basically will take you from New York all the way to California or something like that. And so people like to do those things, and our state troopers aren't stupid. They know when people are doing stuff like that, and they'll come and get you. And also the people don't help themselves. They get real stupid too, like speed. They'll be speeding when they're doing illegal stuff in their cars, you know. I mean, we speed, but we're not transporting contraband. Hey, doggy, if I get pulled over and get searched, no big deal. You're not going to find anything. But those idiots, they speed and get pulled over, and they find 13 kilos of uncut, raw heroin, fentanyl, other crazy stuff. And then the guys wonder why they get socked by the U.S. district judges with decades of prison time. Not good. I really do like the way this exhaust sounds. I really do, guys. But, you know, putting the full system on will reduce the weight. It'll look better once we remove that garbage from underneath the bike. But as far as sound, this thing sounds good. I can't wait until Zach installs the full system so we can hear how that sounds. But here's why I love the BMW S1000 RR, and I just can't stop buying them. I'm buying another one, a 2022 model, to use for the next season of the New Bike Build Series. That one will be the beautiful gray, red, and black model. And I'm not going to stop buying these things. I love them. I mean, this is probably my 15th or so S1000 RR that I purchased over the last 10 years. And there's a reason why I keep doing that. They're great. They have 3-year warranty. They got cruise control, heated grips, 3 levels of heated grips, beautiful gauges. The seating position is absolutely mint, 100% perfect. Yeah, I can't stop buying these things. And they're fast. Everybody knows that. They're fast. And you don't necessarily have to butcher them to make them fast. Our good friends at Brent Tuning have mastered flashing the ECU and getting the most power out of these 6 Savage of a machine. And they're going to continue to do that as well. So that's why I can't stop buying the S1000 RR. And once I give this one away, we have another one on deck, and we're going to do it differently. Now, so what we're going to do on a New Bike Build Series, we're going to use different parts for all of the bikes. There's a law enforcement up there. See, you got to keep your eyes out. Even though a law enforcement official has a black vehicle, I can see him from all the way back there. And he's got himself set up really nicely where he can come out, he can get traffic going that way or traffic coming this way in his SUV. His, her, or their SUV, I should say. So, yeah. I think a future update for the S1000, I think it's eventually going to have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay so that we can connect to the machine and you can have Waze open, which will further help you detect the sneaky law enforcement officers. So I get to ride my good buddy Bob's M1000 RR. He has the full evolution of Krapovich on the machine. Brent Tuning ECU flash. I'm going to see how it feels. I rode the build bike up here with the SC Project. Now you can tell the difference. This is not a full system. This is garbage hanging underneath the motorcycle. We're going to remove that real soon, replacing it with a full titanium mid pipe and headers. It's going to look great. It's going to look very similar to this. This is full titanium also. Hasn't changed colors yet because Zach just installed it. But I'm going to ride this bike. A lot of you folks wanted me to put this very same exhaust onto my M1000 RR. I've never been a huge fan of the giant canisters. But maybe this will change when I ride this thing. Now Bob's M1000 is going to be used mainly on the track. He's a track guy. He has an HP4 race as well and an HP4. So he's got all the top level BMW motorcycles. So I already can tell that this doesn't give me the popping sound that I'm so used to. Yeah, I missed that. And I love that popping sound. But here's my back-to-back review, I guess, of the M1000 compared to the S1000. Big difference in the motorcycles. It's very hard to put it in words, but I can tell you the throttle just feels more snappy. You feel more of a vibration of some sort when you ride this machine. Whoa, and the power. Well, that's also because this thing has been tuned. So the power is just ridiculous. Wow. I don't see how people ride S1000RRs without having a Brentuni ECU flash on the machine. Just having that mid-range restored, it's absolutely great. Alright, so I'll give you another review on why you should get the Alfa Racing Quick-Shift Auto Blip. The stock one works great. It never fails. It'll never have a missed gear or anything. But with the Alfa Racing, it gives you more of a feeling when you engage the Quick Shift and Auto Blip. It's more of a locking or more of a boop, a clicking feeling, man. That once you get used to it, you're looking for it. This one is just so smooth. It goes in, it's like boom. I mean, you know it works because you didn't miss a gear, but I just like that reassurance that the Alfa Racing unit gives us. But back to the exhaust. This one's not as loud as the one on my bike, obviously, because the canister's longer. I mean, I like it, but I also miss the pops, the pop. To me, that never gets old. Some people think that gets old and boring, but I love it. I love that sound. Yeah, it sounds good. Alright, so you can still get it to pop, it's just not as loud. Not bad. So at the end of the day, I prefer my short, the GP canister, over the full Akrapovic Evolution exhaust that's on this machine. So I'm back on the S1000RR. I'm going to head home and clean this thing. It's a black bike, so it's tough to keep clean. But I want to use my Motul products to keep this thing nice and glistening. Alright folks, don't forget, if you want to win this motorcycle, information on how you can do that is down below in the description. Come join our Patreon family, support the New Bike Build series, get access to videos before they hit the YouTube. Win special prizes, including possibly a motorcycle, like 10 other people have already done. Alright? This thing's nice. Riding a motorcycle in general is just nice. So, I love it. I love my job. Not too many people can say that. And when you can, count your blessings. Alright folks, thanks for viewing the video, and I'll catch you next time on the 650 Eve YouTube channel.